fellas, it's Bim here, and I know this is a day late, but I would like to say Happy Veterans Day to everyone, including non-vets, and including the family of vets, and including vets. So, Happy Veterans Day / Armistice Day. If you're in Europe, even though technically this originally was that, but we changed it over time, as Kurt Vonnegut says in Slaughterhouse 5. You can read that, never mind. Anyway, this isn't exactly an ASMR video. I think my voice is still a little bit fudged up to be shooting one of those, and as soon as I am all healed up and nice, I will get back onto that, and I'm really sorry about that. I don't intend to get sick. Life just kind of happens, you know. Anyhow, I've decided, in honor of that, I'm gonna tell you a story from my dad's service. And he was in the Army. Actually, both my parents met via military. My mom was a chief in the Coast Guard. And, yeah. One day, they saw each other, and he was like, hey, what's up? And asked her on a date, and we know what happened from there. Okay. Anyhow, my dad's kind of a troublemaker, just a little bit, and, one night, him and his buddies were drinking too much, imbibing too much of that alcohols, and, he, just out of sheer boredom, decided he wanted to, get in a fight with the biggest guy there, and they were pals, and were still cool afterwards. But anyhow, when he went to fight him, he ended up getting jumped by two other guys and completely losing, and he ended up getting jammed up over this. And his punishment was to sleep in a bomb shelter. And this was in Honduras, so there's some crazy wildlife over there. And so, inside of said bomb shelter, there was, this massive iguana. And my dad ended up becoming little pals with this fella, and he would feed him cheese doodles and beer regularly, and the little iguana loved beer. He would get a little iguana drunk. Way to go, Dad. And apparently, since it goes from being like 100 there, according to him, to 50 at night, that's the iguana would like cuddle him up at night. Oh gosh. Oh. And so, yeah, so I have a lot of people in my family who've served, like, an extensive amount, but being that it's also Armistice Day, I'm going to tell you a little story of a World War I from one of my families, and it's about my great-grandpa. And, on the last day of World War I, when we had just all stopped all fighting, one little, like, rogue Russian soldier who was still around decided he wasn't done, and so my grandpa's like going, like, marching his way home, great-grandpa, sorry, and this guy decides to shoot him in the head, but my great-grandpa was wearing his helmet, so he was spared, but he ended up going to the hospital and met a nurse there, and that nurse became my great-grandma. So all is well that ends well. At least he made the best out of the situation. And there's the sound of dishes. I don't know if you guys could have heard that. Oh god, my voice is going now. And so I'm really sorry that this is not an ASMR video. And if it's a tad bit of a disappointment, I do apologize. But regardless, happy Veterans Day to all of you. And leave me any comments, questions, or criticisms on ways to improve, or requests down below, and I will read all of them obsessively and put all of them in consideration and most likely do your request, or attempt to, or think about it non-stop and then get around to it. And I do very much appreciate you guys so much. and truly do love you from the bottom of my heart. And I really hope you enjoyed this, and I'm sorry if you're sad with the length and everything, and I hope you guys had a marvelous Veterans Day, and it wasn't a trigger for you or anything, and so have a wonderful, wonderful day, whatever time of day it is. Bye.